Let's get excited, y'all. Today's the day. Okay, I told you I was going to talk to you about the concept of lenition and the concept of eclipses. Today is not the day for eclipses. We're going to do that in the next video. Today's all about lenition. And I really like this subject because it explains a lot about the weird spelling in Irish, and also it follows rules, like exact rules that you can memorize, and I like that. Okay, so I'm going to share it with you. First of all, I thought it was important to tell you about this and eclipses because I can't discuss other subjects without you already knowing what this stuff is. What is lenition? Lenition, spelled like this. Lenition, also called shavu, that's the Irish form of the word, but it's the same thing, is just adding an H after the first consonant of a word that starts with a consonant, and the consonant and the H come together to make a whole new sound to the beginning of the word. Okay, now, first of all, when does lenition occur? Well, I don't understand all the details of this yet, but I know that it affects possession, and I know all the rules for that, which I'll get to in a little bit. But also it affects like feminine nouns when you add the article the. It can also affect feminine adjectives. It can affect counting objects in Irish. That's an important thing. Also, some objects of prepositions, I think. But anyway, I'm learning too. But first of all, today I'm just going to talk about how it can change the sounds of words. Before I get into it, I think it's important to know that there aren't as many letters in the Irish alphabet as there are in the English alphabet. This is the entire, in the red box here, that's the whole Irish alphabet. Okay, everything in red, no, I won't talk about that. Everything in blue cannot be lenited. Particularly L, N, and R can never be lenited. H is interesting. It is technically a part of the alphabet. Of course, it can't be lenited because you can't add an H to an H. That'd be weird. But to me, it seems like it's not a standalone letter. It's like a helper letter. You can use it to lenit words. You can use it to change the sound of words very similarly to lenition in the middle of a word, at the end of a word. You can use it to add in front of a word that starts in a vowel in some situations, but it doesn't stand on its own from what I've seen. But anyway, there it is. Okay, so with the letters that can be lenited, consonants, only consonants, ever, I got a text. Then, yeah, I'll show you these. BH. B, when you lenit it, you add an H. If it comes before, in the word, an A or a U, called broad vowels, it'll sound like a W, W. If BH comes before an E or an I, slender vowels, it'll sound like a V, V. Okay, C, when you add an H, drilling. We're getting a tornado shelter. If you hear drilling, that's why. Okay, CH, if you add an H, it's going to sound like huh, the letter H. In other dialects besides Ulster, the CH sound will sound more like a little more stark, but it's softer in Ulster. It's really more like an H. Okay. DH. Well, if it comes before a broad vowel, it's going to sound like what I call a lazy G. I've heard some people call it a guttural G, either one, but it sounds like R as opposed to G, R. If it comes before, the DH comes before an E or an I, slender vowel, it's going to sound like a Y, Y. Oh, I like F, because it's funny. Okay, if F is lenited, FH, it is silent. The F and the H are completely silent. They disappear. They are left there in the word just so you can like remember what the original word was in spelling, but basically the sound of the word will start with the vowel after it. GH follows the exact same rules as DH. Exact. Lazy G if it's before a broad vowel. A Y sound, Y, if it's before an E or an I. MH makes a W sound before a broad vowel and a V sound before a slender vowel. If you will remember, that's the exact same as BH. Now, the rest is even easier. PH makes a F sound no matter what. SH makes a sound no matter what. TH makes a sound no matter what. H. Now, unlike CH, where it can make like a sound in other dialects, SH and TH will just make a soft H sound throughout the dialects. Okay, one other thing is I have found that if a word does not follow these rules, it's most likely that the original word spelled in the original dialect way will follow the rules, but it's spelled standard. For example, it always has bothered me that in Ulster, the word for to when counting an object, DHA, fada, is pronounced yeah, when it seems like following the rules, it should be raw. And some people do say it that way, and I'm like, why is it yeah? It didn't follow the rules. It bothers me. But I did some research, I looked it up, and the original spelling in Ulster is DHEA fada, which would follow the rules, but it's still spelled the standard way. So if you run into difficulties like that, chances are there was a different original spelling, I think, and just let it go.